Yo, what's good? It's Skano from the gutter. Medical experts will have you believe we living longer. That's what we were taught in science. That's the type of propaganda they put out. We are living longer, our lifespans increase, and it's cap. If you believe in the Bible and what the scriptures say, people were living traditionally to 800 years old, 500 years old, 300 was standard. If you believe in what the scriptures say. So how we go from living to be 800 years old with all these advances in medical science and, you know, why are we dying younger? I've looked, and it's kind of hard not to notice, even though I'm not a social media person, things come across my feed, such and such passed away, and you like, damn, it's like more and more people in my generation, and I'm not that old, I'm not 50 yet, but 50s, late. I got family members that passed away in their mid 40s, man. And they weren't living no crazy lifestyle. And it's like, I know it's different factors when it comes to black folks, why our lifespans are shorter, but it's not just black folks, man. People in general dying faster, and it's the curse of sin, what I believe. All these medical advances and they can't figure out how to stop cancer. They can't. The point I'm making, there's no way to reverse that. That is the curse of sin. If people live to 100 years old now, it's like groundbreaking news, man. Where 100 years old used to be, you was just middle age back in the day, remember? So my point being, man, in the midst of getting caught up in all this shit, the rat race, like I said, our endeavors, what about our health? And I say that while I'm sitting here moking, and I'm not a person that, I grew up eating like home cooked meals, not a lot of processed foods, greens, cabbage, okra, cornbread, things of that nature. And I rarely get sick, man. But recently I got sick. I ain't been sick like this in a minute. And like I said, I don't catch the flu and shit like that. Man, I was down bad. And I looked around, and I'm like, you don't realize how serious shit is when your health, and I'm talking about just a bug. I'm not talking about, let alone something serious, And we be so caught up in finances, and trying to leave a mark, at least me, a legacy, something. And I got to thinking, man, like, what if I die right now? Who would give a shit? And I don't know sympathy shit, self-pity type shit, but it just struck me. Like, bro, what have you accomplished? What are you really living for? You know what I'm saying? And it's a very sobering realization when your health is not, and you have no one to depend on but you. You know what I'm saying? And lifestyle, man, we got to make sure in the midst of all, like I said, in the midst of all this ripping and running, that you taking care of you, number one, your health, man. And this seems like, it's common knowledge, it's common sense, but a lot of people don't realize the shit that they putting out now, food products, over-processed, over-sweetened, they are killing us, man. Carcinogenic. I don't trust nothing these companies, these corporations and manufacturers put out anymore, man. I really would like to grow my own food and farm my own food. In a perfect world, I would. But I got to thinking, man, like, and that's part of when you start to get older, man. You start to realize the shit that's really important. Yeah, money is damn sure important, but what good is money, if you cutting your lifespan short? Not resting, not eating right, living hard, and by that, you know what I mean, the different bad habits we can pick. I personally know, the different bad habits, and it take its toll, man. It take its toll. And I can't count the number of individuals I know that when we were younger, and it was certain things, I just couldn't do. I couldn't mess with. You know what I'm saying? It's certain things I won't put into my system, and not to judge other people, because, smoking is definitely not good for you, obviously, but they living hard, man, not resting, staying up 2-3 days in a row, running the streets, smoking, drinking, just not eating right. And then 40, 45, if you make it that long in good health, and then you breaking down. You know what I'm saying? And how you treat yourself in your younger years, man, is really gonna dictate how a lot of times how things play out for you as you age. But I had to realize, man, you know what? Even if I'm struggling, and I've seen real struggle. I can't sit here and say I'm actually struggling now, but I ain't nowhere near where I want to be. But in the midst of all that, man, at the end of the day, if I'm straight health wise, nothing can stop me. And you got to utilize them years of your prime, because ain't no telling how long your prime lasts, man. Like I said, I got a cousin just passed at 45 years old, man. Dude was an athlete. He didn't mess around with nothing. Dude had a heart attack. Just had a heart attack and inexplicably died in the middle of it. And it's like, so ain't no guarantees out here. And this all goes without saying, but like I said, in the midst of trying to live our best life, are you really living your best life? Are you really appreciating, you know what I'm saying? Because it get hard, man. When you're going through different things, you got different trauma that you done dealt with in your life, and we get caught up and consumed in that shit, man. The struggle, like I said, different. There's so much going on in the world, man. It make it hard to just take a deep breath and just appreciate shit. Because, man, ain't no guarantee. I'm just saying, and not just, it's one thing, the people that have died in the streets, man. I know it sounds strange, but that's kind of expected. So when I hear, over the years, the people I done lost in the streets, it's like, I ain't saying it don't hurt, but I'm just saying you come to grips with that. But when it's like, just different family members and just, different associates that just passing away, man, from different health issues, and they ain't even in their 50s yet. And it's like, damn, what's going on for real? And it's the curse of sin, man. It is. So I know I be sounding like I'm talking out both sides of my neck, because I get up here sometimes and I be on a certain, and it's like two personas. But trust me, man. Get your faith right with God, because you never know, man, when you take that last breath, are you going to be ready? And I'm not a minister, and I don't try to come off like, but this is just, just my perspective of things. People going to value what they value in life, money, power, whatever it is. But what do that shit mean, man? If you can't, if you can't even get up out your bed, if you can't even roll, it's people that can't even roll over on their own, man. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Times where I just, like I said, man, I had them intrusive thoughts. I have to train my mind back, and it's sort of like mind fucking yourself. Excuse my language. Sometimes you have to mind fuck yourself, I guess, to get through certain, challenges, certain periods, phases of your life where you want to crash out, flash out. And it's like, listen, man, I've been through a hospital ward, and it was nothing but young people in there, man. Young people with different illnesses, sick. I'm talking about 20s, 30s. Get shit in perspective, man, and understand what's really important out here. Because, yeah, like I said, money, power, influence, all that shit is wonderful, but understand what's really real. 216 Skano. You already know.